Hi, I'm Stuart. Welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to do the winning title tag. I was tagged in a video by Pat at Bookchat by Pat 8668. I'm just going to repeat what Pat said to properly credit the creator of this video. This is the winning title tag where you get to talk about books where the title made you buy them. You can either get together a stack of books and talk through them or answer the questions below, whichever works for you. This title was created by @HeatherReads. As I said above, I was tagged by Bookchat with Pat 8668, and I subscribe to both of their channels, and they both have very good videos. And they're both nice people, so you might want to take a look at their channels. There are 9 prompts in this tag, and I added another prompt, just one I created, because there were some books that I wanted to mention that didn't fit in any of the other prompts. And it is very rare that I buy or borrow a book because of the title. I actually didn't think I ever did it until I started answering these questions, and I realized that there were some occasions that it was the title that did attract me to the book initially. And in some of the questions I modify them a little bit because it wasn't actually the title that made me get the book or even attracted me to it, but there are some titles that do fit into the prompts. The first prompt is a funny title. And the one I come up with is The Bad Guys No. 1 by Aaron Blabey. I knew there was a Bad Guys movie, but I never saw it. So when I was at the bookstore looking around and I saw the Bad Guys books, it was actually the title that originally drew me to them because I associated them with a movie, which, as I said, I never saw the movie, but the books are quite funny. The second prompt is a shocking title. The one I chose is But You Don't Look Autistic at All by Bianna Topes. And this is a rare instance for me where it was the title that played a big part of me in buying the book. It's not truly a shocking title. It's more that it shows the cluelessness and ignorance of so many people that a title like this even needs to be said. Unfortunately, I'm not really shocked myself at the cluelessness and ignorance of people. The third prompt is a title that sounded like a line of poetry. My choice here is The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo. The title doesn't sound like a line of poetry, but it does show that the book is likely about a poet. And not surprisingly, it is about a poet. And I do actually recall this title catching my eye when I was at a Barnes & Noble. I didn't buy the book right away then, but it did stick in my mind. And another occasion when I was at Barnes & Noble, eventually I did buy it. The fourth prompt is a title which made me ask a question. For this, I'm picking I Kissed Cheryl Wheeler by Casey McQuiston. I can't remember what actually caused me to buy this book, but the title does make me question what happened, and there is a significant mystery element to the book. The fifth prompt is a heartwarming or homey title. I'm going to pick Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. I'm actually cheating a bit with my answer. The title isn't what caused me to buy the book, and I really don't think it's a heartwarming or homey title, but the book itself is heartwarming and homey. The reason I bought the book is actually it's usually popular on BookTube. Many people love this book, and I like the book a lot. The sixth prompt is a title with an unusual combination of words. For this one, I'm going to choose The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender by Leslie Walton. This book was recommended by a friend. I didn't buy it because of the title, but I do think it has an unusual combination of words. The seventh prompt is a fantastic or magical title. For this one, I'm choosing The Last Tale of the Flower Bride by Roshani Chokshi. This is another book I saw on BookTuber videos, and I got it because of what they said about it. It does have a title, though, that I believe is fantastic and magical. The 8th prompt is a title which is a contradiction or describes the impossible. For this one, I'm going to choose A Starless Sea by Aaron Morgenstern. I can't actually remember why I got this book. The title may have played a role, but I'm not sure. And although there's a lot of underground water, I don't think there is any place that there's enough underground water to call a sea. So I don't think it's possible there is a sea underground. So there can be no sea without stars. For that reason, I think it describes the impossible. I'm also going to select The Biggest Number in the World, A Journey to the Edge of Mathematics by David Darling and Anijo Banerjee. I actually bought this book upon the suggestion of another booktuber, read by Fred. So it wasn't because of the title. But I think the title is impossible because there really is no biggest number. You can always come up with a bigger number. The 9th prompt is tag others. For this, I'm going to do what I usually do. If you're watching this video, consider yourself tagged. If this is something you like to do, please do so. Whether it's you do it in a video, and if you do, and I appreciate if you would put a link to it in my comments because I'm sure I like to look at it. Or if you choose to answer one or more of these prompts in the comments. Sometimes people do that too, and I enjoy reading your responses. So if you like to do it, please do whichever one of those you prefer. The bonus question I came up with is just what are books that don't fit in the above categories where the title played a big role in you getting them. The first one is Diary of a Confused Feminist by Kate Weston. I remember it wasn't that long ago that I bought this book. I was visiting my local library, just walked around, and at the end of one of the rows of the YA section, I just happened to see the title, and that drew me into the book. So in this case, the title did play a big role in me getting the book, borrowing the book. The second is One Italian Summer by Rebecca Searle. I've never been to Italy, but this title kind of paints a picture for me of what I think it might be like. So this title is another that's drawn me in. The third title is Swipe Up for More, Inside the Unfiltered Lives of Influencers by Stacey McNeil. The title is what caused me to become interested in the book. I'm not actually familiar with the author, but just that title is what drew me in. And then I looked at it, and I didn't get the book right away, but it stuck in my head, and I did get it. I'm partway through it, and it's quite an interesting read so far. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, please subscribe, please hit the bell to get notified when I upload future videos. I hope you're having a wonderful reading week, and I hope you're having a wonderful week in general.